Let's create a makeup look using the MAC Pearl Essence collection. You know what time it is, grab your coffee. Starting off my face makeup with the MCO Beauty Grip Primer. I'm doing a little bit of spot concealing. While I let this dry down for a few minutes, this is the foundation I'm going to try out today. It's a sample. I got it from Mecca in an order, I think, or it would have been in a box maybe. This is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. I'm going to try out the shade Porcelain, I think, or Shell. I can't figure out which one. I think I'll probably try Shell. So now that it's on my skin, I went with Shell, by the way. It does seem a little bit yellow, but we're going to blend it in and we're just going to go for it and see how we like it. Okay, it's too yellow for my liking. I'm going to go with the SheGlam foundation. This is in Chantilly, and I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of it and its neutral vibe just to neutral that out a little bit, otherwise I'm going to be just yellow. Okay, so now that I have that all blended in and blended out, it is starting to dry down, which feels really nice. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin either. I think it is just a little bit too yellow, so I probably wouldn't go for that shade. What was it called? I wouldn't wear Shell. I would go Porcelain. I think will be the best bet for this in my skin. Yeah, so just wanted to say that. Concealer underneath my eyes. I'm going in with my MAC palette and I'm going to use this shade here. Going in with my NARS cream bronzer in the shade Casino. For blush, I'm taking this little cream one. This is Royal Blush Cream Blush from Rimmel, and it's in the shade Coral Queen. For highlight, I'm taking this cream one. This is the Highlights Mineral Face Highlighter in the shade Pearl from Australis. Taking my bronzer powder, this is the Australis Sweet Like Chocolate Scented Bronzer in the shade Ganache Gold. Now it's time for my favorite part, the palette for this collection. This is called the Extra Dimension Trio Pearl Essence, and I can't read the rest, it's all in French. So this is what the palette looks like. How stunning. It is so pretty. We're going to go in with the blush first, and then we're going to go in with this lightest highlighter. I think this one might pull too dark on my skin today. I'm going to go in with my Fit Me pressed powder today, and this is going to go all over the areas of my face that have no powder on them. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Fix Plus, and then we use a mirror as a fan. And then last step, we're going in with our powder. This is my OG. I haven't used it in a while. It's the Studio Fix Pro Satin Blur Face Powder, and this is going to go everywhere. All over my eyes, all over my face, everywhere, just everywhere. I just realized this entire video, I did not show you my skin up close the entire time. I'm so sorry. Next time we use this foundation, we'll do it and I'll show you then. But this is what it looks like up close now after everything, layering, setting, everything. Sorry. Alrighty guys, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial using the MAC Pearl Essence collection. Let me know if you want to see any more, if you want to see a specific collection. I have a few. I'd love to know. Alright, have a good day guys. Bye. So we're going to do an eye look today using the Pearl Essence collection, and this is the palette. Let's get started. Using my Too Faced concealer as a base for my eyeshadow today. I'm using a bit of tape today to get a really sharp line. You don't have to do that. You can just be messy and then clean it up afterwards. This is just easier for me. The hardest part though is lining it up. The first shade that I'm taking is this one here. It's called Blissful Blush, a matte eyeshadow, and I'm taking this through my crease all the way into the inner corner. This is going to be my kind of neutral grounding shade. Next shade I'm taking is this one here. It is called Saddle. This shadow is also a matte, and it is more of a neutral brown versus the Blissful Blush, which has a slight bit of a pink tone in it. With this shade, I'm going over that Blissful Blush shade, not too high though, and I'm keeping it quite tight to the crease area, just using it to define it. And what I'll do is I'll go back and forth between Saddle and Blissful Blush to get a really nice blend. The next shade I'm going to go into is this one here, and it is called Swiss Chocolate. This shade is also a matte eyeshadow, and this is just going to be focused in that outer corner area. I don't want to go past this V kind of area. I'm not going to take it onto the mobile lid though. I'm just sticking within the crease for that one. And then again, once I'm starting to blend out, going back in with Saddle just to get that top blend. And then on top of that, going back in with that Blissful Blush just to keep it going. Your best idea, I guess, thought process is when you're blending, you will lose color as you lay it down and blend it out. Go back in and really layer it on. Next shade is this deep brown. This is called Embark. And this shade is going to be just on that outer corner. I'm tapping that into the mobile lid just in the outer corner here, and going just slightly in that outer crease area. One of the little tricks that I have when I'm blending this many eyeshadows, especially when it can get a little bit muddy up underneath the eyebrow, try to keep it clear. Once I get to this point where I've got the majority of the shadow down and the blending done, just to really soften up any edges that may be there or blend any bits that I haven't been able to, I take a translucent face pad. It doesn't matter if it's pressed or loose. I drown my brush in it and go in over those edges. Just lightly. I don't want to blend the shades any higher than where I've placed them, but doing this, in my opinion, I'm saying it in my opinion, it just helps to really blur out those edges, especially if there's places that don't have any shadow on them, or you really just want them to be softly blended out into the skin. It really just helps to do that. And if your base has a slight bit of a sheen to it, what that will do is it will help matte it out, set it, and keep that where it needs to be. So everything is all blended out and it looks blurred, if that makes sense. The next shade I'm going in with is called Desert Pearl, and it's this one here. This shade is a foil shade, and I'm starting off by using a flat brush to pack that onto the lid where I have no shadow. I'm kind of leaving the main inner part of the eye free, but I want some pigment there to help with the blending process. I really am packing this on all over the lid, even over the top of the outer corner, outer V part where we put Embark for that darkness. Now that I've packed that on, I'm going to pack on a wee little bit more. And then with what's left on the brush, I'm just going to tap that over the lid. The next color I'm going to take is this really deep royal blue shade. This one is called In the Shadows. So what I want to do with this is create this really bright inner corner. For that, I'm taking a small angled brush. This one is very, very pigmented. It does have a tiny little bit of fallout, so please do that with caution. You don't want to have the blue fall down onto your cheeks. I haven't done underneath my eyes for this reason. I'm starting off with just a dry brush so I can place it, and I'm going to build up. And then I'm going to take it down underneath. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to load my brush with that In the Shadows blue shade on both sides. And then I'm going to take something to wet it. I'm just going to use my Fix Plus. You could use a setting spray. You could use anything to dampen it. And I'm going to go over the top of that. And what this is going to do is really bring out the shimmer qualities of this foil shadow while also locking it in place for the day and just giving it that depth. Now that that's on, I'm just going to take that Desert Pearl shade and just tap that over the edge. Obviously it's not going to blend seamlessly, but just enough to connect the two with a little bit of sparkle crossover, I guess you could say. So now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. This is the Wonder Ink from Rimmel. Just adding a little bit of mascara, lashes. Alrighty guys, so that is it for this finished eye look. This is the palette. Just one more time, if there's any colors in here that you want to see me create a look with, let me know. I am thinking maybe this pink or this blue, secondary blue, because we used that one there. I'm feeling it. Let me know what you want to see next, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.